all, I would like to thank my Mawla and also the group for inviting us and also selecting library as your case studies, right? Actually, with these students during from their first visit until today, I've seen that I also learned a lot about library myself because I'm also a new staff here. So and then and I also see lots of there's the recommendations and suggestions are very useful for us because sometimes when we are inside the organization, we cannot see what's wrong or what we can improve, we can do to help students, especially. Okay, I think some of the suggestions, most of them we have planning to improve our library. We really have included in strategic planning, and also okay, just to inform you, just like the aircon just now. Actually, I think every room have its own aircon, but then actually previously the aircon are centralized downstairs at the circulation counter. But then some of the students come to the counter and say that it's too cold and then it's too hot. Sometimes it depends on the individual preference, right? And then that's why we turn off the centralized aircon, and then they can control the temperature themselves in the room individually. Okay.
Individual units.
Yeah, individual units. Yes, I think they have individual units. So yeah, but sometimes what?
Only three rooms have the control of the conditions.
3 rooms.
Number 9, number 4, number 8. We use all.
Yeah, remember.
But I think recently Hatabina have come and then they turn off the centralized aircon system because that's why we used to keep coming downstairs and saying it's too hot, and then when it's too hot we decrease the temperature, and then sometimes they will come downstairs and they say it's too cold, and then actually it's quite annoying for the circulation staff. Yes, you have to know that the circulation staff also have other work to do. They could not entertain to everybody because we have lots of students here. If 1% and then 10% comes one day, they will be extra.
Yeah, just for the aircon, eh?
Yeah, just for the aircon. Okay.
So actually, it was already.
At the moment, that's what we do. We turn off the centralized aircon system, so the students. I think recently.
Do you have a complaint form?
Yes, we do have, and the complaint form usually are about the toilets, the aircon, right? Usually to sue, but then for the toilets, what we can do is we just have to maintain, make sure the cleanliness, yeah, yes, and then make sure tissues are there, the soap, and make sure the water as well. Okay, what else? Okay, I think most of the suggestions also are about the physical facilities. I think like the staircase, aircon, and then because that would be like a major renovation, right? So actually we do have plans for that as well. We are aware of the staircase, it's too steep and actually not disabled friendly, right? But we have a lift actually at the back that is for the staff only. And actually we already have put a notice. We put a notice at the staircase saying that if there's a disability person who wants to go up to the library, we already put the contact number of the library, and then they can call us, and we will help them to go to at the back of the library to use the elevator.
So it will be annoying also.
Hopefully it's not much actually. If we could help, we would help because
It's at the back of the
yes.
So means that every time he was from one floor to another floor, he needs to.
At the moment, yes, because we don't have the RAM, right?
Because I think the door to the elevator, you need to use the access card.
Yes, we have to use access card for staff only, yes. Previously, actually, there was a student who,
With the wheelchair.
yeah, he used to wheelchair and we helped him.
Rosini.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I just had a new student and we did help the student get into the library using
The total library or the
Johor we
RAM.
have RAM and then I think the lift is much bigger, the space are much bigger.
There is a lift.
Yes. Probably
Making actually the cost of a lift is quite expensive at that time. I suppose they forgot about.
yeah, because only recently the buildings in Malaysia when you to build a building to consider disabled people, right?
I thought you were supposed to suggest that they have a lift outside.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Pacific. Yes.
Pacific
Cut
Hotel.
off, it's very difficult to do it inside. You need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go outside.
Oh.
Yeah, I go outside like the
Just
hotel.
additional.
In that case, they are affordable and really items to the library.
Really, it's my suggestion to place take place that we can put some, for example, my bag or because it's my living place. There are some places in some universities.
Yeah,
where
they
you
also
know,
they have a locker, right?
Yeah.
Previously, PSA also have a locker room, which was a 24 hours
24 hours.
study room. But because at that time, students are not allowed to bring the bags because we don't want students to illegally take the books out, right? But right now, a lot of students are more free to bring their own stuff.
Because you have the detector.
Yes, because we have that.
detector is not my friend because always get me out.
Yes, because
alarms.
detector is very sensitive. Sometimes it also detects handphones, laptop especially. Yeah.
And to take out the handphones and laptop.
Actually, they have to switch off. Switch off the laptop properly, not just.
Or other than that, I mean, you can do it like in the airport places where you have boxes. Just put the phone and the thing. So let it make noise, but at least you know
Yes.
the bag that you have is without illegal.
Yes, that's probably.
What about the other recommendations like the improvement of what system?
User interface.
Which one?
Mystery system.
Sorry?
I said the mystery system, the user interface of the mystery
Yeah.
system.
Oh,
Interlive
the
is
story.
wrong.
The story, because this is very new actually. I think yes, the story I think we have much more room for improvement. This is what we need. Feedback from students. What should be improved, what should be put in there, what should not be put in there. Where this thing should be, where this thing should be. Because the students are the one who use this system more than as staff. Because we only use the symphony, we call it symphony or workflow. That is the back end of the system.
About the library more.
Yes, interlibrary. Yes,
system.
but because we already have the interlibrary loan, so
No, the point is when we apply for interview,
because it's
third
too
party
long.
didn't receive the notification of our application.
Third party, you mean?
Yes, the application will just go to the librarian. The librarian will process it and send the application to the third party. We are the library that we want to follow.
Okay,
We are
yes.
suggesting a system whereby when we apply online, then the third party will already receive
Oh, immediately to the
Yes.
third party.
Because it takes longer time to get
How do you know which third party has it?
Yes, the book.
Okay, sometimes
We
You're
know
supposed
we
to
want to
know-
borrow the
you're
book
supposed to
from
know
certain
when it
library
goes.
or from
Yes.
because normally we want to borrow from
when
SMU,
you
not
not
at
know.
school.
But sometimes, okay, the student says they want the book from, for example, you can say UKM. Okay, but then when you search online, there's the book is also available at UM. UM is much nearer, or probably it's also available at National Library. So it's much nearer. So
So
sometimes,
that is why they
Yeah.
are taken to
time taken is because of you look for the nearest location and also the availability of the book. Sometimes the book at the third party, for example UKM or UM, the other university libraries, it's not available because they also have their own students, they also have their own staff to use the book. And also because when you request for the book, you are not the only one who requests for internet access. There are also other students and also other staff who request.
You know that if sorry to cut you, but probably you know whether you are in a queue,
in the queue, no?
whether you are requesting for
Yes,
book
because
A,
that's why
and whether you are in the queue, whether you're queue number 1, you're queue.
But internet usually if the book is available, then only we will get the book for you. But if it's not available, for example, the book is been borrowed out by somebody else at the third party, and then we will inform the requester saying that this book is not available. Do you want for example, we know the due date, and then we inform you. For example, you have to wait until this time. Usually, we will inform the requester. You still want this book or not?
So from the application to you informing them, what is the next step?
That's the 2 weeks time actually.
No,
It takes maximum 2 weeks. Sometimes when
I mean, you take 2 weeks to inform them whether it's
maximum. Because sometimes the book is available. For example, if there are no other requests, sometimes if I personally help to search the book, because there's other staff in charge, person in charge of the library, and we check with the
But
service.
actually what we can do is we want to know what is holding you doing it fast. Is it lack of people?
It could be one of the reasons.
What if we transfer that portion of searching to the patrons themselves so that they can see the availability, unless of course
because sometimes
it's
me personally I would ask them to go to UM Library first to check, because it's I think it has lots of material
online or
not
physically.
No, it's online. Yes, because the archive is quite open, right? So they can just search for if the book is still there. Okay.
But sometimes it gets an error.
Sorry?
Error, but sometimes it's
There's
processing
error or
errors.
probably the server isn't so right. And then I would ask them to go to the nearer library first. Then only probably, for example, for management usually UUM has the best collection, or engineering UTM of course. That's why, because sometimes UKM also has the material, or UPM. So the students sometimes, from my own personal experience, they wouldn't want to go to all of the databases. They maybe, for example,
Oh, I see.
Yes.
The options are there, but you
sometimes they are.
I see.
You don't want to go to all.
maybe the system
Maybe
we are
the
suggesting.
system.
Yes.
The student just enter one name, and the system will search for all the IPTs that it provides.
Yes.
They still can do it when you search for something. It shows that in the other universities as well.
But we did not know whether the book is available or not.
Yeah.
It's there, but we do not know the status of it.
Because you are not connected to the lestari of that computer.
We call it
That's the lack of
Yeah,
hole that we
Yeah.
see.
I mean, if they are all opaque, then
It's opaque,
but opaque does not supply the information about whether it's been borrowed or not.
we do.
That
Lestari we
means
do.
you can.
Some
So
system.
how do you check? How do you check?
Okay.
Through another system?
Yes, no. In Lestari actually, if the book has been borrowed out, it will be stated there. Estimated estimated days.
That's for internal. This is
I'm talking about maybe
under
UKM.
for IL.
Okay, For you can also. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure if you can or you can has that.
So I'm asking, how do you know?
Yes, we email. Usually we email
I see.
the person in charge for until like
You manually email to them. And
Yes,
tell
we
them.
manually email.
That's why the two.
That's why the time period is to
yeah.
they're suggesting maybe we implement a system.
You can help them.
Reduce half of the time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, it happens in, for other branches or tiny branches, for example, as a school or JV. They have the system and you can check the availability of the book, but you cannot reserve the book.
Yes.
You should put the name of the book
Yes,
manual
yes, I
form, and maybe
understand
when
that.
the manual form receives in the Razak school, for
Yes,
example,
yes.
someone else
So
followed
they
it.
taken it out.
That's
Yeah.
what we did.
What I requested 1 week
Earlier.
yeah. It's not fair.
Yes. I understand that because of this. So
Because we were thinking because the library provides an alternative to the student to read manually. So why do we just make it compulsory for students to use the system so that there's no case of redundancy or cutting the queue
yes.
thing for books. Because normally when someone submitted manual and someone submitted through system, we do not know who is first.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that's what happened when we were trying to get a book. So normally the person who filled in the form manually got the book faster than those who fill in through the system.
Not necessarily. I think in the
But it happens.
Right, it happens really probably. Sure.
Okay, so we got to look at the process. Then study together with, in this case, what we are doing right now is if you consider them as the user, and you are the owner. So when you have a discussion between the client and the system owner, so this is what we call as cooperation of value. You tend to be able to understand their position and they too understand your position, and we can find a great term where we can come up with a better solution. Because I suppose they are all out to help you, and you can actually as you mentioned very aptly in the beginning, sometimes the routine work sort of like makes you maybe a little bit blinded by what you can do more.
Yes.
But it's alright. I think this is a first move. We hope if we can do this in a better format, we can bind this and you can also put this at the library
This is really
for
this
recommendation.
because I'm reading all the recommendations and suggestions.
But I think we will make. I will get them to do the correction first.
Yes.
Before we give you the final version. Then we will also have. It would be nice if we can have your input also.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much again.
Yeah. Actually, we are indebted to you because.
We've been disturbing your life.
Actually, we are not lah.
Actually, for me personally, this is like a learning process. As a
How long have you been
in UTM, almost 2 years. But I'm still learning actually lots of the process, and dealing with students and dealing with people.
Library don't only deal with books.
No, necessarily not.
Yes,
Library is
yes.
not only library actually about people as well, right?
I just want to find out from you as a matter of flavor, from the various ways of the students doing their reporting. Some use data flow diagram like this.
Yes.
Some use flow chart.
Yeah.
Some use like Jafar use another version. So, do you have a preference that you think you will understand better which one, so that maybe we can You can suggest that you can do a little bit of firming up later, maybe after the final exam doesn't matter, but in terms of we can find out from you personally, and maybe your colleagues can understand better. Which one?
To me, data flow diagram is very good because it is the flow. But I think some of the data flow diagram is a bit wrong in some way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe probably they misunderstood me or the staff at the library.
Do you make some marks where it's wrong?
I did not because some, especially I think in cataloging or acquisition, because cataloging and acquisition, because I'm not doing acquisition and cataloging, that's why I'm also learning about the process. But I think it's different from what I understand. I'm not sure.
Is this correct? I just wanted to ask you. What is Alex? What is the call number?
The call number is this one actually.
Only this phone?
940.4.
The whole thing is call number.
Yeah, sorry, 940.4 BER.
Oh,
BER as well. This one is actually using Dewey Decimal Cataloging.
Dewey.
Okay. Cataloging, there are two ways. LCC Library of Congress and also Dewey Decimal. But UTM, we use LCC. Not Dewey. I think
Also using
most of the
Library of Congress.
yes, Library of Congress.
So this is Dewey.
Yeah, that is
So
Dewey.
who did this explanation on the card layout? Is this correct?
I think
No.
I'm not sure if they get it from.
From the library or from the
I don't
internet?
think they get it from the library.
Who did this?
ACR?
The catalog, cut layout,
This one.
cataloging.
But actually I asked about
Okay, because previously, long time ago, we used catalog card, but right now we do not use catalog card anymore. We only online cataloging, right? And if it's a card, it will be look like this, of course.
But now we have not used this anymore.
We
No? So this is obsolete, eh?
Yes, this is obsolete already. And we do not also use Dewey decimal classification. Sorry.
So you did not find out?
classification.
Yes, classification.
Did you find out that
Yeah, yes,
the
we
used to
UTSA
have
has not used
Actually,
Dewey
I
anymore?
asked about the catalog. Usually, the cataloging is very important.
But it came late, right?
No, not today.
Yesterday.
Within 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And
Yeah.
then she.
Actually, I referred to her maybe 5 times this time.
Oh, really? Probably.
Library of Congress apa?
And actually,
Library of Congress subject heading. We have a subject heading, and then we have
LCC,
the
didn't you?
Library of Congress classification.
Classification.
actually also asked about the head of the catalog
in Johor, yes.
in Johor, and she told me we use the AACR.
Yes, AACR is different. We have many standards actually. Probably he misunderstood.
There's only two ways of cataloging.
The classification.
Classification divides into two, Dewey and LCC. So what you showed was Dewey, which the library PSX does not use. Do you know that?
No, they use
This one. She's talking about this one.
Classification
This
system.
one. Anyway, this is.
Yes,
I think we can take this out. This one we can take out because we do not use catalog card anymore. Okay. But it's a good. Maybe you can put in the appendix. You can say historically, okay, but not now. Okay. Then.
Okay.
What?
And then Library of Congress subject heading, yes. And the
so-
AACR, I think we use AACR too, isn't it? We do not use
No,
AACR.
AACR 1. They told me we use AACR, not AACR, the second edition.
Did you see the manual that they're using?
No, I asked about this.
Yeah, I think maybe we are actually referring to ACR too. Only I'm thinking only you misunderstood because when you refer to
No,
ACR,
actually, I asked from Jewel,
sure.
AACR, not AACR 2.
I think the reason when we
I called
Would you like to argue more? I think let's take from
Because it is-
Aisha
because,
that here. Don't talk about the war. At least I know they should be the same. So they use AACR. So you use
ACR
AACR.
too. second edition, yes. Because
AACRT.
the second edition it's already come out during my study time.
Ah.
I think about how many years ago. I don't think the library would want to use the previous version anymore. This is updated version, I guess.
Yeah, that is the. What is this AAC?
Anglo-American Cataloging.
Cataloging
Yes.
online.
R is what?
Oh, online is it?
Not really online. It's
That's alright.
it's actually okay. For example, how to catalog a book.
Oh,
How to catalog a material. It's different.
So in your recommendation, you said to use AACRT.
No. RTA.
RTA.
Or RTA.
RTA is the online.
But I don't see what you presented inside here.
Because actually today.
You missed out, is it?
No, today I changed it because we can justify it and to make sure. Because yesterday I called to Joe and they told me we use AACR, not AACR.
Okay.
And here also cataloging is follow this part. Because actually this is session told me we follow the old rules from
Okay.
J.
Alright.
Anybody in particular that you talk to?
From J. This is
But what is it? Cataloging engineering.
So what is RTA?
RTA is actually is
Different thing.
this I think it's the same thing, but I think it's the first time.
No, it's a web-based.
Web-based. It's a
Yeah.
web-based cataloging.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very good. From there, I can also refer to it. That's very good actually. Okay, thank you.
But you may need to have more. I don't have whatever you explained there.
Because actually.
Okay, so no, it's okay. You do not have to justify. I'm telling you, okay? So that you can put all the explanation here, and it's a suggestion, okay? Good. Apart from that, so you feel that the flow diagram is okay?
Yeah. Exactly. The problem is the flow is that what they understand or program process. I think it's what it's the implementation. I think most of them are like correct.
Okay, alright, thank you very much. Anything else you want to ask? Ms. Aisha? Okay, done? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, I will discuss with them after this. We'll let's have a I need you to do some amendments, but you can do this if you do not have the time, you can do it after the final exam. But I do want you to do it well, and we can pass it up after the final exam. At least I have the draft and I can give the marks right now. But what I do feel that you do not have is the preface or the acknowledgement, who you meet, how do you say thanks to the people that you have interviewed, which I think is a must. Okay, so you missed that out. And although you put all your names here, you forgot to put my name. Okay, and the date when this was conducted. So I need a background of the exact comes later, but the background of the research study of the okay, how many times you meet them and when, from what time, from which range and so on, and how was the distribution of the work being done. I have a diagram to put all the boxes of who did what and so on. So that part people need to know also. Okay, because I don't know how you do it, so I want to see how it was divided, and so that is a must. All right. So I would indicate here as under maybe like introduction to the project. Why the mission of the project? Why this? Why or rather, it is to satisfy which class, which subject matter, and so on. Okay, so more about the project yourself, and after that the customer, in this case the stakeholders, the PSZ members who have contributed a lot, so acknowledgement to them. Okay, and the duration of your project. Right, so I have it's called introduction, but I would love to see it as also a reflection from everybody to see why this is going to be very good for you or it's not good, doesn't matter. But you sort of like say that this is part of a project to comply with the class MCM2573 and so on. Okay. Remember we listed down what the objectives are of doing this project. So I don't see that here. So I need that to be put here. Okay. All right. Then there are some recommended things that you need to do amendments. I think it's okay if Cik Aisha wants to leave us.
Yes, I think
Yes.
this one, because I can
Yes. Can we give you the better one?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can give better. Yes, nanti dia akan jumpa you balik. Nah. Susah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much to
Yes. Nice working with the PSZ people.
Yes.
And especially heartiest thanks to Cik Haslina.
Cik Haslina. Yes. She also sends her regards to.
Yes. Yeah, she gave an SMS.
Yes. She also has other matters.
Right. Okay. So hopefully we will get this to be also catalogued.
Yeah, hopefully. This
If it is properly binded and so on, it can be catalogued. Okay. Alright. That's why I want you to do a
We will
good job.
definitely keep this for sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. See you. If anything, you just come back to the
Yeah. Maybe you need to have the fast forward together.
The door is
No, the door is open.
The door is open.
Door is still open?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll show you the
Please send her. When I say go and send her lah. Don't say this and that. Of course, she cannot go out by this way, she has to go that way. I mean, you all always have things to answer. Just can't you just say yes, go for a while? Okay, anyway. Page 7, there is a problem. Please sit down. 6.2 should be 1.6. And number 9, page 9, 6.3 should be 1.7. You know. And page 10, I'm not sure what after this 5 corporate member. There are corporate member, and then suddenly 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need to do the numbering. Alright, so do some statements after 5 and then suddenly there's 1. Okay. Page 11, also the numbering. I'm not so sure this 4 belongs to this 5 or this 1 and 2 belongs to who. Okay. And that's now context diagram is good, but it stops short of saying of what. The context diagram of what? Yes, yes. Because if you just take out this picture, you wouldn't know what library. Maybe it's PSZ, right? Okay. So when you do figure, you must write the figure so that when it is taken out of context, you can still know what it is. It doesn't matter if it is long. right? International campus, PSZ, and so on. Okay. Now, students, lecturers, public, customer, vendors. Do you think you have left out anybody else? What about the vendors or the suppliers?
Yeah.
What about PSZ Johor?
Yeah, even the other libraries, if they have.
What about other libraries here?
Students.
Libraries?
Yeah,
other libraries?
like
Yes,
the
three
inter,
here.
interlibrary
here?
loan.
Yeah.
Well, it's alright for context diagram for you to have a few more. I know it's nice
Yeah.
to be like this, but it doesn't matter. You can have. And if you do double arrow like this, it's still alright. But sometimes I also do this way and then go out that way. So this can be the entities. This can be the same entities actually, but what is missing here is this information on the arrows.
Yeah.
So now remember, arrows do not have verbs. Arrows only must have nouns. Okay, and so you can have PSZKL here, and you can see what is being requested and what goes out. Because this can be the same thing, A here, A here. Okay, so
The activities.
at least the main activities. If not, it is a very bare context diagram. You don't have anything here. See, you don't know what the relationship is. Alright. So a context diagram is not level 0. It's a context diagram. Context diagram shows that there is a relationship. So just have things like maybe you can have like this request information comma request information B comma. You know, it can have on this line here. At least not too long, but at least you can see, oh, these are applications. And then when the output will be books, info, loan, and so on, something like that. Yeah. Now, data flow diagram. Yes, but where are the words? Where are the wordings for this? What are you introducing this about? Okay. And if you want to use DFD here, then maybe you have DFD there. So DFD, if not, people would not know what DFD is. Now, DFD for PSZKL, good, but be good if you can say all in full. Okay, and this is level 1, isn't it? This is level 1 because level 1 means this is 1.0, this is 2.0. That means level 1, 0. This is level 0. This is level
That's
0.
level 0.
This is level 0. Okay, level 0. So whatever. Now, is Lestari should be in a box or should be also in a circle?
And there are also some processes that we can use in history, because history is outside of our scope itself. In history, I put it in as a external entity, but we can use history for borrowing, for renewing, for returning the books, for searching, for other things. That it's, for example, like. Where is the? It can be shown in circulation or services, and then I put it here as an external entity.
Okay. First of all, under data flow diagram, I know I did not teach you, but I presume you have learned it in your first degree. Do not have verbs on the lines. They are not supposed to have verbs on the lines. These are data in action, data in transit.
Yeah.
So they should be data, not action. Okay, data in flow. So written books should be actually inside here. So you can just say written books information, yes. Okay. Purchase request information. Request approval status, yes, is a status information. Receive voices, no, you don't receive voices. Invoices.
Invoices or received invoices.
Or invoices, no, receive is still a verb.
Maybe
Should be a noun.
invoices.
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 Invoices. Yeah. Put book info. So these are all verbs.
Yeah.
Cannot deliver data. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is data. It is what data is being transferred. Because this is entity, right?
Yes.
And if you want to draw circle, okay, never mind. This is your process, and this is your database. Some people put it in close, some not close, some do not close this. And this is data in transit or data in the flow. So this is data flow. Okay. Call it in action, data in transit, I would call it. So this is your database. So if you use Lestari like this, that means this is a database. Is it?
It's not the database. It's database.
process.
It's not. It's external
Okay,
entity.
External
It's a-
entity.
Oh, I see. External entity,
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
You mean this one?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. You
it's
see that
quite
in this.
misleading because they're
Yeah.
part of the
Because-
system.
Yeah, because I wanted to show it in level 1 because we collaborated in
Level one?
Yeah.
Mhm.
For example,
I mean, that's not the principle that I learned.
Yeah.
When you talk about data flow diagram, you have to be sure about who your external are and who are your internal. If one time you say Lestari is external, then another time you
Yeah.
say it's internal, isn't it confusing? So you have to decide. Okay, if it is part of the system, if you do not want to show it, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. It can be shown later on. But if you do like this, it doesn't belong to PSZ. You see, it is not part of PSZ.
Lesser is a
Unless you
virtual.
do it as a database. I thought it was a database at first. Then now that it's entity is even worse.
Certainly, because OPEC is
You see,
virtual part.
even this, okay. Well, I can't really say that you are wrong, but if you're doing, usually in level 0 like this, we do not show ourselves, if you consider PSZ and BPM as one. But if you want to consider PSZ as the only thing and others are really outside, what you can do is in your explanation, you have to say that. You have to say that, okay, PSZ is considered as the only thing, and that's why you must justify and say that, okay, you consider ICT as alien to that, as external, finance as finance, Imam Bendahari.
Internal
Oh, then cannot. Internal cannot be shown separate from in level 0. Actually, that's how I understand, because level 0 is to show the relationship between between organization and outside people. Otherwise, that's inside will be done in level 1, 2. Okay, so you can leave this one out first. Vendors, yes. So Lestari, I don't think so. Yeah. So ICT also you live at the second first level or second level.
It's like the surface.
Yeah. Circling, yes, but showing that, okay, if we take this as PSZ, then the rest outside are external to PSZ. But because PSZ, CICT is also inside UTM, we do not want to show CICT like another place because we put it the same level as vendors. So I know you put lecturers here. Well, lecturers, better you put, is it just lecturers or patron? Or patrons are here. Lecturers, okay, we'll go acquisition. Yeah, only lecturers are the only ones. Oh, okay. Okay, alright. Acquisition is quite unique in that sense, yeah? Right? Okay, yes, it can be also external lecturers, but so you need to do as a group to consolidate all the other parties you have investigated. The only thing you need to do correction would be please do not have verbs on the arrows. Yeah? And it'd be good if you can put the numbers according to your explanation later. So if acquisition, although this is a unit, but you are talking about acquisition process.
No,
So
first
it-
of all,
so-
we talked about the unit and then we started the
No,
process.
it's okay, I understand, but I'm talking about
Oh,
if
the
this-
numbering.
the numbering.
Okay.
But if you cannot make the numbering the same, still does not matter, but it would be nice if you can just put two.
So easy to track.
Yeah, so that's why I think you can do the introduction as no number or anything, and then you can start explaining about your system according to the numbers that you want to show. Then it will be just nicely that you put 1, 2, 3. Okay, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the entities, it's a unit, but we are more concerned about the business process. Yeah. Resource development division is a division under acquisition.
No, acquisition is
No,
Acquisition
yes,
and
international
then,
acquisition is one of the subdivisions of resource development division.
So this one, acquisition unit is where? Under PSA Campus Acquisition Unit is one of subdivisions of Resource Development Division. What do you have an organization structure of PSZKL?
Yes, I include in background. Oh, yes.
Okay. Page?
Page 5.
Yeah, I saw that. Page 5. So, where's the resource? This one. Resource development. What?
Division.
Resource Development Division, RDD. Division,
Sorry.
unit,
Please get up.
all are unit. Where's the division? They put it in English.
All English. Need to translate it to English.
If you can, don't do, but if you have the English version, ask them. So where is the acquisition unit?
In Prolihan. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. Because it's
Yeah.
under the asset space.
Yeah.
It's under the asset space. Unit, then it's somewhere
Yeah,
around
it's
here.
under this space.
Okay, so why don't you say unit Perolehan here? Also in bracket. Okay, so that you can relate it, even though you do not know how to read, you can look at the spelling.
So I got this information from the site library.
Mm.
Library.
Sometimes it's not updated.
Okay, so
Organizational chart.
alright. So that the thing is, if we can confirm with them, this one belongs, is this consistent with this, then it'll be alright. Okay? So that's why in your introduction, you need to tell when you assess this. You assess this when. The date, so then you will know, 2010. No, you assess.
We assess
As a project. So this one is 2010.
Just in case they update it in
Yeah. Units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, have some sentences, okay? Objectives of acquisition unit are, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one also you take lock, stock and barrel from the website. Anything that you can make out of it when you lock, stock and barrel, what do you see from it? So what are your own words? Are these also from the library website? This one from where?
This is from one of the references, yes,
References?
about what is acquisition unit in general.
Then you must say in general,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Acquisition unit in general, as you found from these things,
Yeah.
are like this, like this. although it's good to have this, but at least have some at least background saying that information or research shows that and so on, and which when I look, I cannot find tenopir and king as you mentioned. Are your references not up to date? Especially yours.
On
just
online
now.
database.
Tenopir king 2009 is not here. So check again, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, check again. Yeah, you miss. In fact, all your references are not inside here.
Okay.
Okay, I will check because I use EndNote. I don't.
Yeah, maybe, but it's not merged. Maybe.
Okay.
So if you look at this,